Good morning, everybody. This is Kyle Speed One coming to you from the racetrack. Yeah. Well, today I have a new car to show off to you. Got it pretty cheap off of eBay, which is very dangerous for me. But yeah, I got a good price on it. Let's just say it was around $25 without the shipping and handling. So it was a pretty good deal. Now, I don't know if you can tell what it is in the video so far with it streaking across the racetrack, but I'll bring her in for a landing so y'all can see. That's right. It is a Scalextric Aston Martin DB5 in race numbers. Some of you will recognize the body style from a very famous fiction movie franchise of a British spy. Okay, and it's got the three knockoff. It's got the three wing knockoffs, simulated wire basket wheels. Let's see. There's the other side. Looks like the other side. Nothing different. Okay. Emu 5, huh? Okay. There's the front of it. It has working headlights and taillights. It's got a nice little detailed interior with a driver. There you can see the driver. It's already got the 10 coated braids on it, as the Scalextric does, so it's going to get along with my Carrera track just fine. Now, I'd have to look at some of my smaller Scalextric cars, but I always break the motors in, and I always lube everything up before I do. As you can tell, that's front motor, and it's got a shaft that runs down. Here is where the gear is, the crown gear is, and it's got a shaft, extended shaft, and a pilot bearing there. And that's what provides power to the crown gear and the rear axle. It does have a magnet in it. It is analog. Okay. And you might also notice there is no provision here for a DPR door, so you can install a Carson chip to run on a Scalextric digital track. Excuse me. So this one, like a lot of them, will remain a analog car, and that's fine. I like running my analog cars. I've got plenty of them. No shortage. You know, all these are mostly Carrera. In that picture, they're all Carrera. And they are all digital. And I can run analog and I can run digital via this device. It's called an axle box. You can get in touch with Alex on Facebook and private message him for the price and what other options that you'd want on your particular axle box. and you can work those details off for yourself. Okay, so here again, there goes the Aston Martin DB5 in race numbered configuration. And I kind of like that light metallic blue. It looks pretty nice. And again, the only reason why I got this thing is, you know, if I like a car's body style, I'll more than likely get it. But I have to like the car. So in this case, I liked this car and I got it for a real cheap price, I think. It's brand new. It is kind of chatty. The plastic gears that they use make quite a bit of noise. You know, if you want to change things up, you'd have to go with products from Slotted. I prefer Slotted. Change out the rear axle, get you a slotted crown gear, and replace that plastic pinion that's on the extension shaft with a slotted, appropriately numbered tooth pinion. And like I said, you know, go with the metal brass axle bearings, and I believe you'd have a totally different car. It's going to run better, smoother, and a lot quieter. Yeah. No, that's not 007 in that car. It's the wrong color. His was silver. This is a light metallic blue. And I guess that's it. Again, nice looking little car. Runs pretty good. Tail lights and headlights all light up. And for a front motor configuration, it actually runs pretty good. It does have a solid front axle. Okay, so it's not the stereotypical, see how far back the motor sits from the front axle and the guide. They did that right. You know, if it's going to be front motor, then set it off to where they can put a solid axle in there and get a better handling car. Some car manufacturers will do a stub axle, and it's just a plastic axle that's separate from the other side, that's pressed, that's inserted into the chassis, and then the wheel is pressed onto the stub axle. And after a period of time, that wheel will start flipping, flopping back and forth like that. And I don't like that. Hence is one of the reasons why I converted this one, which is a fly car, over to the slotted. Get that hair off of there. Slotted sidewinder setup with a slotted screws, pod screws, and a pod, motor pod. Now this has a solid front axle and it runs nice and smooth. No magnets. I would like to change out those tires and get something that grips a little better. But anyway, the spotlight is on the Aston Martin DB5 today. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.